Today we're going to be installing an OEM extinguishers kit in this 991 Carrera GTS Targa. This car is equipped with the 18-way seats. We're going to show you the entire process from start to finish. This has been one of our most requested videos at the time, so we hope this helps everyone that needs it. We're going to get ready to start removing the seat. The 991 has these plastic covers over the seat rails. We need to remove both sides. We're going to use a plastic trim tool to pop this up. And these just slide right out. Once you pick up this clip, this piece slides right off, and we're gonna set that out of the way. For the front seat bolts, we're gonna use an E12 ETorx. You can see what it looks like right here. We're gonna remove both of the front seat bolts. On the back side here, we're gonna remove both of the E12 ETorx, and that'll completely loosen up the seat. On this install, we're gonna need to extend the thigh support. So now that all 4 bolts are out of the seat is loose. But we need to extend this, and now that the seat has been centered on the rails, we're gonna disconnect the battery and pull the seat out of the car. To disconnect the battery, we're gonna remove this battery cover tray by pulling on both of these side tabs, and it's gonna pop it right out of the clip. We're gonna disconnect the negative terminal right here. We're gonna put this microfiber under the terminal, so that way we don't accidentally make a connection and start the airbag light. Now that that's loose, we're gonna put this microfiber right underneath the terminal to prevent a undesired connection. Disconnect this yellow connector. This is for the seat movement and airbag. Remove that and the seat is completely loose. In order to disconnect this yellow connector, there's these 2 little tabs right here. Those need to be pushed apart with a small pick tool. And now you can pull out this black connector and everything comes apart. We're gonna protect the door sill with a towel. We're gonna put it on the side here and open it up, and we're gonna protect this entire door sill all the way up as high as we can go. Now the easiest way to get this seat out, we're gonna wanna lean it towards the center of the car and grab it from the base and bring the base out first. Now that we got the seat out of the car, we're gonna start by removing this trim here. On the top side here, you gotta pull down to release it from this white clip. And on the bottom side, we're gonna use a pick tool to release all these individual clips. Now that we have this trim removed, we're gonna start removing some of these modules down here to access the bolt locations. And then we're going to also unbolt these 2 screws to lift the thigh support up out of the way. We're gonna remove the screws that hold this module contraption in place. One is right here. There's one right here. There's one down here. And then that will loosen this module. Some seats have variations. There may be 1 screw more or 1 less, but this module here has to get removed to access the bottom of the seat. On this particular seat variation of the 18-way, there's this module here, which also covers this 1 last screw. So we had to remove the 2 T20s, top and bottom, to remove the module. Now we can access the remaining screw. As we noted that some seats have different variations, this one happens to have the cooling capability. So with the cooling capability, we noticed a few differences. These 2 screws are actually Allen keys. It's a 4mm Allen key. We're gonna remove both of these to access the top here to install the reinforcements. We've got these 2 screws removed that gave us a little bit of movement out of the thigh support, because we're gonna have to get our reinforcement panels right here down into this groove, and this larger one is gonna go right up at the top. This is to make sure that the weight of the extinguisher does not put a tear in the steel of the seat pan. We're gonna start by installing the lower reinforcement that's gonna go right across here. We're gonna start by using the M6 bolt. We're gonna put the bolt in here, and then we're gonna get this reinforcement all the way down to these 2 bolt holes. For this other side, what we did was put it on the closed end of a box wrench, and now we can just push it right in. With these 2 bolts protruding through the bottom of the seat now, we're gonna very carefully start the bracket so we don't push these bolts into the seat. So we're gonna do the next reinforcement, this larger rectangle one. Take note of this cutout. It's to clear this on the top side. So we're gonna put that down there. and grab our last two hex M6 bolts. We're gonna go from the top down, right through these holes. The last thing we're gonna do after these nuts are on both sides and also up on the front side here, we're gonna take a 10mm wrench and hold the top and use a 10mm socket on the bottom, and we're gonna tighten these up, and that'll finish the bracket install. We now need to go back and install the two bolts, the M5 hardware, into these other holes. These two are to keep the reinforcement plate in place.
You go ahead, just start installing them.
Okay. You're gonna cut that part out.
Okay. Yeah.
Part that I'm talking. These are M5 bolts that are gonna use an 8mm wrench. There's one here and one on the other side. The bracket is completely installed. We have the two rear bolts tight, we have the two main front bolts tight, and we have the two reinforcement bolts tight. So we're going to reinstall all the screws in the reverse operation, starting with the thigh support. One here, one here. We've got everything here on the bottom of the seat back together. We got the modules all back in, the plastic module holders back in, the extinguisher bracket installed. We're gonna put the seat back in the car before we install the extinguisher holder. It's gonna go right here, but for the ease of reinstallation of the seat, it's best to do it without that in the way, because you can hold on to the bracket to carry the seat. We got the seat all back in the car. We reconnected the seat connector as well as this module connector. We're gonna install the extinguisher holder now. It's gonna go right here. It's gonna be 3 screws, 2 on the near side and 1 on the far side. With everything on the inside of the car reconnected, we need to make sure that it's all been reconnected. Once we reconnect this terminal, if there's a connection undone, it will turn on the airbag light. So we can remove our towel, put this right back on the terminal, and tighten it back down. So now we're gonna install the extinguisher into the holder. We did this one in a custom speed yellow finish to match the customer's future yellow calipers. So we're gonna take the extinguisher with the handle side first, put it into the holder. The reason we put the handle side in first is to prevent any passenger from kicking it and accidentally activating the fire extinguisher. Now that it's in, we're gonna pull the bottom up, protect the extinguisher with this extra flap, pull the latch up over top, hit the red button that says press, and now flip the handle right down. That completes your install on this 991 GTS Targa.